Hello everybody, my name is RetroBoy03, and welcome to my analysis video on 4 of the recently revealed LEGO Star Wars sets that are coming in summer of 2018. So, yeah, the first of these sets is Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, based off of Star Wars The Clone Wars, the TV show, and this is a pretty nice set. In fact, the, Anakin's Jedi Starfighter, the first version, was actually the first set LEGO ever made for the Clone Wars, so it's pretty cool to see a remake here. This set will be 247 pieces and cost $20, which actually isn't too bad of a price. That's actually pretty good. Now, personally, I'm not going to get this set because I've just never been a huge fan of the design of this ship. But it still looks nice. I mean, it's a very accurate representation. It's just that it's an accurate representation of something I'm not too fond of. But I like the colors. I like the shaping. You have a couple of stud shooters. You can fit R2 in, which is good. On the last one, you could only put his head on the wing. I mean, the compromise here is that R2 is in the middle, when in all actuality, he should be on the wing, but I mean, honestly, I would prefer this, since even if this isn't accurate, at least it just works better, in my opinion. It's better for play. But yeah, there are some stickers on it. You have the stud shooters I've already mentioned. It doesn't look like there will be any other features. Yeah, the R2 minifigure is just the one we've been getting for years, but Anakin is a new figure that we do have this leaked image of to get a bit of a better look at him. He looks alright. He has leg printing that's similar to what he had in 2012, but more detailed. The torso print is obviously an updated version of the one he had for the original Clone Wars sets, but it's a very good update. I like it. He has his hair in normal brown again, like in the show, instead of the dark brown LEGO uses for Revenge of the Sith sets. And the face is a new print. At first, I thought it would just be, I thought it was just going to be a reuse of the 2014 head, but it's not, which is good. Then when I saw this face, I thought that it was just going to be the Attack of the Clones head, but then just with a headset printed on, which it also isn't, which is good. This face does look pretty similar to the Attack of the Clones Anakin, but that makes sense, since this face is pretty accurate to Hayden Christensen, but luckily the other expression is a lot better. But yeah, so that's this first set, and moving right along, we have easily the most disappointing set of the year. Not just from Star Wars, but from any line. In fact, I would call this one of the worst Star Wars sets ever made. Snoke's throne room. And I mean, first off, this set just doesn't look appealing. Like, for example, the Death Star Final Duel from 2015, that was great. You had the multiple layers, and you just had a ton of stuff. You had the doors, you had the walkway, you had the stairs, you had the throne, you had the pit to throw the Emperor down, you had the collapsible platform. What do we got here? We have a chair. We have an entryway, an elevator, and then we just have a couple of walls off to the side. Really? And I mean, like, I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, I mean, like, for only, like, $40, it's not so bad. It's a pretty good $40 set. But it's not $40. $50 then? I mean, $50 seems a bit steep for this, but I mean, I guess with the 5 minifigs, it can work. Not $50? Really? $60? That's super overpriced. Wait, it's not $60? It's $70. No! No! I mean, how? How does LEGO think it's okay to charge $70 for this? I mean, like, there aren't... It looks like there are pretty much no play features. The only new minifigures are the Praetorian Guards. The other 3 are just reprints. The build is lame. It's just boring, and I mean, like, who would pay $70 for this is the real question. I mean, like, I thought this was going to be, like, the big, awesome, ultimate Last Jedi set, but no. It's probably the worst one. And yes, I'm including the decapitated ATST, because at least the decapitated ATST had some good walker legs and some good exclusive minifigures. Here, here most of the figures aren't exclusive, and the ones that aren't good. And you don't even get like half of a walker as compensation. You just get this awful looking playset. But I mean, like, yeah. I mean, like, you can spin the throne, I guess. That's a thing. But I mean, like, yeah. Why'd LEGO give us these weird wall things? Shouldn't we have, like, a red curtain in the back? Shouldn't we have, like, a window off to the side? Shouldn't we have that pit the one guard fell into and got shredded? Shouldn't we have anything interesting? But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like, I guess the draw of this set is supposed to be the minifigures, but what do we got here? We got 2 Praetorian guards that look exactly the same, even though in the movie all the guards had different helmets. So that's not accurate. Also, they have weird-looking weapons that aren't accurate. I mean, like, they look fine, though, and I like getting a bunch of red lightsaber hilts, but then when you get Snoke from the Star Destroyer, Ren from the TIE Silencer, and Rey from the AT-M6. Couldn't give us a new Snoke face to make him angry. Couldn't give us a new Ren face. Couldn't give us a new Rey face, though we could finally have more than 2 expressions for Rey. This set is just awful. There are just no redeeming qualities about this set. Don't get it. Don't get this for full price. Don't get it for $60. Don't get it for $50. If you see it for $40, maybe. If you see it for $30, I would probably recommend it. But yeah, I just said that the only way I would actually fully recommend this set is if it was over 50% off. That's how bad it is. I think the Lightning Jet from the Ninjago movie is a better deal than this. And I hate that set. I'm working on making a CinemaSins style video of everything wrong with the Lightning Jet, and yet this is worse. See, I'm enough about ranting. Let's get on to an actually good set. The new X-Wing. This set's going to be 731 pieces and cost $80, and, well, yeah, that is a little overpriced. Kinda wish it had been $70. It's a hell of a lot better than that Snoke throne room in terms of pricing. I'll tell you that much, at the very least. And yeah, this is a pretty great-looking X-Wing. It's definitely, I think, the best one LEGO's made so far. Definitely the biggest as well, and, you may remember a few days ago I made an analysis of that leaked tiny image, and now we can see it in full flight mode, where luckily the wings look a lot less stubby, and just everything looks better. The engine inlets look way better, the wings look way better, the craft looks way less stubby. I love that print on the cockpit. You have a lot of great stickering, and, yeah. Still hate the integration of the spring shooters. I'm just gonna leave those off because those look awful. I mean, like, LEGO would have been that hard to bury them in somewhere, or just not have them. Just put stud shooters there. Like, I know you're using stud shooters for the proton torpedoes, but okay, to be fair, I do like the stud shooters as proton torpedoes. Keep those are good. Still don't know why those aren't purple or pink studs, which they should be, but it's alright. But yeah, pretty cool looking X-Wing. Here you can see at Toy Fair a picture of what it looks like with the wings folded in. Also from this angle, you can really just see the length of it. It's a really long X-Wing, which is good, and the wings also don't look nearly as stubby from this angle. But as you can see, at Toy Fair, or, well, I honestly, like, sorry for the dog in the background, I honestly don't know what event these are being shown at, but whatever event this is, someone has already stolen the helmets for Luke and Biggs before anyone got a picture, which is kind of hilarious. Can't wait to see those pop up on eBay. But, yeah. Yeah, I'll get into the figures separately, because we do have leaks of those, and I know you're wondering, well, why would someone want to steal Luke and Biggs' helmets? Like, it's been a while since we've had Biggs, but they're just X-Wing helmets, right? Nothing too special, right? Well, yup. After 19 years, LEGO's finally decided to give us finally, newly molded X-Wing pilot helmets to give us actual visors. That's pretty awesome. Honestly, I feel as though, like, the shape of the base helmet, the white part, I think the shaping on that was a bit better on the old mold, but honestly, having it look although really, that's less because this is inaccurate and more because I've just grown so used to that mold. It's not like the new Vader helmet. Like, that Vader helmet legitimately is kind of bad, but this one really isn't. These are some good molds, they just look different, so they threw me off. Kind of like the new Hagrid from the Harry Potter sets. But yeah, I think the prints on those helmets are great. As you can see, Luke and Biggs share a torso and leg printing, but that's fine. Luke has the same face he first got in the Death Star Final Duel set, but Biggs has a new one, which I don't think looks good on this side, but turning it around to the other side, you can see their alternate faces, and I think here Biggs does look really good. You can see their back printing as well as some more detailing that's on their helmets. So yeah, pretty great figures. Last one is this astromech droid, Biggs' astromech. I don't remember the name of it. It's not the same one from the UCS Y-Wing. It has a different head and body print, but it looks similar because of similar coloration. So yeah, pretty cool X-Wing. Definitely one I'm going to try to pick up. Don't know when I'll get it, but it will be one that I do get, even if it is a while before I do. Anyway, the last set is the new Sandcrawler, which is certainly a Sandcrawler. It's definitely not the UCS version. In fact, this is, to date, the smallest LEGO Sandcrawler. You can definitely tell by just looking at how big it is, but honestly, this set doesn't look all that bad for being a Sandcrawler at only $140. Only about 1,200 pieces go into that, though, so it's definitely rather overpriced, but again, not as bad as that throne room, since this is at least a good thing. And anyway, so, yeah, starting with the minifigures, you have Luke Skywalker, who's not new. He's the same one that, well, I believe the torso and legs have been appearing since the UCS Sandcrawler back in 2014, but he has the Death Star Final Duel head. Then you get 2 Jawas from the Jawa Battle Pack. Then the 3 new special things are the droids. You get a new astromech, which looks pretty good. Kind of dirty, an R5 model. It's nice. You get that sort of, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like an RA7 protocol droid. It also looks pretty good. And then you have the 2-1B medical droid in tan, which is cool. And that's a mold we haven't seen in a while, so it's cool to see that again. But yeah, personally, the figures are cool. The build is kind of lame, but that's just the way it goes. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on any of these sets. Probably not picking this one up, although maybe the interior will be pretty good. But yeah, so thank you all so much.